Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. This channel, we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, to leave me a comment. It helps me to connect my energy with yours. I know some people like to wait until after the video is over to see if they liked it before they like it. But there's a real energy connection that happens when you put some energy into my video also. So I would appreciate it if you do that so I could pick up on your energy here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the weekly for October 14th through the 20th. And then I will do a love reading and I will timestamp so you can skip to that if you would like. But you might miss something fun. So just stick around for the whole thing. So let's see what we have going on. Oh, or you might get something you really need. Maybe not so much fun, but important. Let's get into this. Whew. Okay, Capricorn. All right, so first card that came out for you. Oh, really hate to see this. Ten of Swords. All right, so first off, it could literally mean some kind of back surgery or back issue or back pain. So there's that. All right. So I just want to get that out of the way because I heard it. And so I'm going to say it. Usually when I see this card, this is feeling like you're under attack by people. This feels like multiple people attacking you. A situation that has really hurt you, that has left you feeling beaten and just really, I don't know, miserable, right? So, Ten of Swords, never good energy. The good thing about a Ten of Swords energy, though, is it is the end. It is the end of the cycle. It is when it is over, and then you could start building. And I think that you follow your intuition, work with the energy of the moon. We've got a full moon coming up. Actually, sorry, we just had that full moon. That full moon happened on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. It's been a long week. Full moon happened on Saturday. And so maybe that was the end of the cycle. But when I see this, I feel like maybe you just don't have all the information. This feels like there's more information to come about who's loyal, because I see the dog there, and who's not. And so this feels like more like of a situation where you need to be discerning and really pay attention to your intuition and see what it feels like, especially because we have that moon coming up in Cancer at the end of the week. And that's in your house of partnerships. So I think that that's something to pay attention to. And the reason I'm thinking about the loyalty here, first off, the dog's there, but the dog also shows up in this one. And so this is being supported. This is loyalty. This is an opportunity to have some financial gain. And so I think you should focus on this, but I think you need to pay attention to the fact that maybe someone's stabbing you in the back and you aren't really actually aware of who it is or that it's happening. So are you so focused on one arena of your life that you're missing what's going on behind your back? So watch out for that. That just feels like a really important message. All right. So let's see what we get here. The moon will be in Taurus on Monday from 12:24 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday. So that's really most of Monday, Tuesday, and all day Wednesday, Eastern Daylight Time here in the U.S. And this is about the pleasure and the beauty that's being balanced by this sense of responsibility and obligations. And so there's an opportunity to feel more efficient, to find a better way to do things, a better way to handle things. And so there is some kind of a cycle here, but honestly, that just really feels like someone's undermining you from behind and I never get that from that card. But I think it's because it's coming coupled with the moon. So pay attention to what's going on around you. We do have transition and change here and new growth, persistent pursuits, and be gentle but strong. So this is good. So this means that it is kind of an end of a cycle and a beginning of a new cycle. And new growth is definitely like this energy right here of this Page of Pentacles. It's a new growth opportunity in some arena. We have persistent pursuits. Persist in your pursuits. Now, this is the dandelion, and a lot of time I think of the dandelion as like making a wish and, you know, the little puffball and blowing out your dreams and hopes and wishes out there. But these are yellow. So it's not there yet. It's not time to really send it out to the universe. It's like, this is still the hard work, the growth part. This is the growing part. This is the transition and change. And we have be strong but be gentle. And so, Capricorn, I say this with all the love I can because I am a Capricorn rising. We do manage to make ourselves and our opinions and our thoughts known in a way that is not always considered extraordinarily gentle. Get a little ticked off, a little fired up, a little stressed out. Sometimes it's just an offhanded comment. There's like, that's how you're supposed to do it. So being strong but be gentle. Be more nurturing. We have that Cancer energy coming up, so that's your, you know, that's across the zodiac from you, and it's kind of hard sometimes to reach into that. Reach into the more nurturing energy. Tap into your intuition this week. And also, I want to say, be gentle with yourself. Like, persist in your pursuits, do the work, but you're going through a time of change, so finding that balance, being strong but be gentle, also means being nurturing and being caring of yourself. Being aware of what you need. And I think that when you get to Wednesday, you know, that there's an opportunity with that moon in Gemini that you realize that, you know, you've cut back something in some area and now you're starting to see that growth, that's that resilience, and that you learned something and there's that wisdom that's gained from it. And you might feel like either people might recognize that you've done this or you might just feel a little proud of yourself. And I want you to take a moment and enjoy that. But also this wisdom here. This wisdom comes in on Thursday, and Thursday is actually a really good day to do some research. And with Gemini, that is in your 6th house of work-life balance, and so it could be something for work, it could be something that makes work more efficient, it could be something that, oh wow, I know, start itching for that. So it also could be something that allows you to find the balance in your life. Okay, so we have gentle power, the sovereign. So, again, walk softly, carry the big stick, right? It's like guide, it's like nurture, it's like move people along the path, but don't hit them in the head with the sledgehammer to get them to do it. I think this is you catch more flies with honey than vinegar kind of week for you. When you get to Saturday, that moon is in Cancer. And so your intuition, really try to tap into it. Take a look around. What are you grateful for? Understand that you are being protected, because for this to come out with all this growth stuff after this end of the cycle, which looks really, really hard, I feel like you're being protected, you're being divinely guided, you're being divinely led. So be sure to gain the wisdom from it, acknowledge what you've learned from the lessons, show the gratitude to the universe, because it does help to raise your vibrational level, your vibrational energy, so you can attract in more high vibrational energy opportunities. Ooh. So, like I said, you are protected. You have the guardian. I just heard protect your dreams too, which is really random because there's nothing here that says anything about that. So be protective of yourself. Be strong. Be gentle. Understand that you are being watched over. You are being protected. And you have attentive. Really? Yes. So, be attentive to the people in your life that you care about. This is that nurturing. This is that gentle power. But again, I want to say, be attentive to what's going on around you. I feel like you need to pay attention this week. Okay? Just kind of pay attention to what's going on around you. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a crystal card for you, and then we'll move into the love reading. It's not bad, okay? This doesn't feel bad. It feels like you need to be observant. It feels like an end of a cycle. Oh, okay. So, I just heard, pay attention to the opportunities that are coming. So watch out for that too. So you're at the end of a cycle. Don't be so hard on yourself and others around you that you miss the opportunities, then the doors, ways that are opening for you also. Transition and change, right? That's going through a doorway. We just came out of that. Oh, my nose is itching big time now. Okay, we just came out of that 1010 gateway of opportunity. And for you, that was happening in your career sector. So pay attention, look around. But remember to go with as much kindness as possible when speaking to people. Be nurturing, be attentive to their needs, and pay attention to what's going on around you. So you have, my life glides forward with ease. I am mindful. That's that, being attentive. I think and act with positive energy. Okay? I think and act with positive energy. I'm mindful. And my heart is open to giving and receiving love. So this is the attentive to other people. I transform the world around me by focusing on divine love. And this week, there is this kind of this emphasis, right, on this work-life balance, because you start out the week with fun and romance, you go through the work-life balance, and you finish off in the partnership area. So finding a way to make it all fit together and work together will be a key here to success for you. All right, so what time is it? It's 11. All right, so we're going to move on to the love reading. And I'm going to use the 9-card spread. If you've not seen this before, I will walk you through it. So the center card, it is the key to the situation. We're going to talk about the past. We're going to talk about the present. We're going to talk about the future. Think how to direct your thoughts, or what you've been thinking about, what you're feeling. What kind of actions are really good for you to take. Well, you have 2 keys. So when I see this, this is divine timing and guidance. The key to the situation, you have serendipity and a leg up. So the divine is working to move you in a good direction. It is really important that you're paying attention to the opportunities. Persist in your pursuits. Pay attention to the opportunities that are coming to you, that you can, that you don't miss out on something important. Okay. Okay. All right. Ooh. Oh my gosh. The overall energy. The land of milk and honey. Persist in your pursuits. Pay attention. You're getting a leg up. Okay. So, this is the love reading. So, the land of milk and honey. There is an opportunity. You're getting a leg up. Wow. So divine timing is really coming into play here, giving you an opportunity to really get somewhere. Wow. Okay. In the recent past, you were trying to get some information about some building blocks. So what this means is you've tried in the past to work on a relationship, to build on a relationship. So remember to persist in your pursuits. But I think you need more information, like, I don't know what to do next. Should I do anything? Where do I lay the foundation? What's going on? And then in the arena of transformation, it's the truth be told. The truth be told. So, in order to transform the situation, conversations are going to have to be had. I feel like you're going to have to tell the truth to yourself, but you're also going to have to speak truthfully and honestly with another person in order to transform the situation. And it feels like the opportunity will be presented to you. So, you have the opportunity to take a current relationship to a higher level. That's what it feels like. And then, okay. All right, so if you're not currently in a relationship, you're being given time to work through your emotional baggage. And so the truth be told is you need to talk to yourself. In order to transform the situation, you need to take a look at where you are putting your effort. What did it get for you? What didn't it get for you? Like, this is the honest, really taking the mask off, looking at the situation. And so maybe you want a situation to move along a little faster, or like there's nobody on the horizon, whatever's going on, you'll be given an opportunity to do a little self-evaluation so that you can clean up your emotional baggage so that you're not weighing yourself down so you can get to the land of milk and honey. In the recent past, you've had a little difficulty observing from a distance, so you maybe get a little caught up in your emotions about a situation, and so taking a time out, really stepping back and giving yourself the opportunity to view it from a non-judgmental, non-emotional position can help change how you feel about things, and then you can come to the edge. And coming to the edge means you're getting ready. If you're cleaning up the emotional baggage and you're coming to the edge, pretty soon the opportunity is coming. We do have this leg up here. In the recent past, the obstacle has been a tribe. So a group of people, a situation, a family, some kind of a dynamic of a group has created some sort of an obstacle for you to maybe see things clearly or to work through your stuff. Or so sometimes maybe we get so caught up with the tribe. Could be, you've been so busy working, you haven't had time to work through stuff. It could be that there's a lot of family concerns and you've been really busy and you haven't been able to work through stuff. Or it could be somebody else's situation that's just clouding up and creating obstacles for you and making you feel like you are left out in the cold. We have the never-ending story. I am going to go to the book on this, because I thought that was the orphan card, but it's not. It's the never-ending story. 37. 37 is a 10. That's a 1. That's a new beginning opportunity. So, in a relationship, never-ending story, sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame or fear of intimacy, low self-esteem are the greatest challenges for the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is. However, right now you have an opportunity for important healing, but you first must reflect on the stories that you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all of those narratives, none of them were ever true anyways. Okay, so here we go. This time out that you're having, it is to give you an opportunity to get very real with yourself about what is creating the obstacles for you that you're creating because of past history, past life, past relationships you thought were there, but they just didn't work. Okay, so forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know. Be real honest with yourself about what can you do differently, better. And I don't mean mask or pretending. I mean, what have you learned that will allow you to authentically grow, to be a better potential partner for someone? And that someone isn't anyone in particular. I'm talking about that someone, you're the next someone, the next opportunity. So when we come out of relationships that have been difficult, when we take the time to sit and think back over it and really think about it, especially if it feels like been here before, it's different people, same story. What? There's something that needs to be self-reflected on. You need to take the time to evaluate. You need to clean it up. Release the emotional baggage. Maybe, you're so afraid of being abandoned because maybe you didn't have great parenting as a child, or you were always worried, and so you cling really hard to someone and you won't let them go because you're afraid that there won't ever be anybody else there. That's just a story you tell yourself. It's not the reality. And so when you learn to trust and when you learn to be honest with yourself and be very truthful about, okay, wow, I actually do this and it's not healthy, and you let it go, then you start moving toward the land of milk and honey. You start coming to the edge of the opportunity. Oh, so nice. Look at this. Wow. So you have the yin. This is the receiving. This is the receiving of all that love that you want, and we have tick-tock. This is about divine timing. You're not late. You haven't missed a darn thing. You've been learning lessons. You've been growing. You've been becoming who you were supposed to be, learning the lessons you were supposed to learn, because by divine timing, the opportunity to receive is coming. But you have to do your part. You've got to go through this work. You've got to do this. And you are right now being given a timeout, a space to do this in, an opportunity to work through what's going on with you so that you can be ready for that to receive. To receive. It's beautiful, really. All right. A little guidance here. Okay, everybody wants to come out, and so you shall. Look at this. Wow. Okay, are we done? Just checking. Look at this. This is leading. But you're leading yourself, I think, here. This is you being the CEO of your own life. This is doing your own cost analysis of your relationship status based on what works, what doesn't, right? Profit and loss. What did you learn? Figure it out. And how do you do that? Use your intuition. Really dive deep. Tell yourself the truth. This is in the house of transformation. This is how you transform the situation, is by being completely honest with yourself. Listening to your intuition, being your own leader. And this is the Justice card. They call it detaching here. This is detaching yourself from these stories that you've told yourself. This is taking a step away from the situation, detaching yourself from it so that you can see it clearly. Telling yourself the truth. Cleaning it up. This is beautiful stuff here. Wow, Capricorn. Didn't see that coming. You guys have been so... it has felt very caught up with career. So I guess maybe now you're taking that. Oh, and here we go. That's the detached, that observer. This is in the area that's been kind of difficult to overcome. And so the key here is to really do this. And maybe you've just been so busy building a wealth or trying to build a business or something. And so did you need to take a step back and pay a little attention to what's going on in your love life so you can sort out where it is. So it could be that way in the past, because I don't see breakup or heartache or anything here. I almost feel like you've been keeping yourself separate, like not really getting involved with anyone, keeping your distance. Because it just has seemed like, I don't know, is it worth it? Because it never seems to really work out. It's a lot of effort. And so this space, this time you've had, has actually been a blessing, but you need to do the work of talking to yourself, having that real conversation, and then cleaning it up, cleaning up the emotional baggage. And when it's in the head space like this, it's not down here. This is up here. That's that voices in your head. The I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not capable enough stuff. So positive affirmations will go a long way to helping you clean up the mental chatter that is causing problems for you. All right, so, yep. It looks like you guys have just kind of not been in a relationship for a while. And that's okay, because we have open relationship and we have freedom. And so I feel like you've just been, not really involved. But look what we have going on. We got the dating queen and a new love. And so I think that if you do this work, if you have these conversations with yourself, if you kind of do the deep dive, on the horizon, there is definitely an opportunity in divine timing to start dating and finding a new relationship. But first, you need to have these conversations with yourself. So this next group of cards here are really cool, and I'll probably get into the book for sure on these. They're very practical advice about actual steps you can take to prepare yourself to be in a really healthy relationship. Okay, so that card. Okay. The distorted masculine. Yes. I'm not surprised to see that for you, Capricorn, really. All right. I'm going to go to the book. The distorted cap. You have drawn this card today because the distorted masculine is still influencing your life. Do you live by your clock and your diary, pushing everything aside until your work is done? I think you've just been too busy to think about this. And you've been spending a lot of time alone. And if you want to have this relationship, then you need to talk to yourself. You need to work through your stuff. And you need to, I don't know, kind of just clean up your attitude, because it's up in the area of thoughts. I feel like it's your attitude about, I don't know if it's worth the effort. You know, first I want to get my job. I want to get my career. I want to get in. And you tend to put things off until, you know, it's time to get around to the relationship. With those North nodes hanging out in Cancer and in Capricorn's the South node, I think that, you know, maybe you're looking at your life a little differently. These eclipses have come along and you're like, well, you know, I think I want more. And that's good. That's good. So, do you ignore your intuition or your messages about your body urging you to rest and relax? Are you afraid to feel your emotions for fear of being overwhelmed or appearing weak? Your angels and spirit guides want you to know now is the time to bring this imbalance to your conscious awareness, to acknowledge it, to bless it for what it has taught you, to let it go. It's time to live and for in the present without this influence. So it's time to let some of this negative stuff fly out of your life. We've got compatibility, and what I really like about this card, it is about when you're looking for a relationship, looking for someone you can have common ground with. Are you taking the time? It's dating queen. This is not jumping into bed queen, right? This is taking the time to have the conversations, to get to know somebody, to date them before you decide that's your boyfriend or girlfriend. This is about getting to know each other at a nice, slow, steady pace to see if you're actually compatible. Do you have similar values? Everything, oh my gosh, everything can't be exactly the same. How boring would that be, right? Nobody wants that. But there are certain things that you really need to be in alignment about. If your idea of a really good evening is hanging out at home, talking or watching TV, and your partner thinks that a really good night is going out to the bar and hanging out with their friends, then there's a possibility that down the road, you're going to get tired of going out with them all the time, and you're going to want to stay home, and they're going to want to be out and about, and your lives will start to diverge, and it's not sustainable. So compatibility becomes really important. You don't have to enjoy all the same things, but there needs to be enough things that feel like we have the same value system. We view life through a similar kind of lens. We find this, what feels like home to me, is similar. There has to be, but you aren't going to know that without conversation, without spending time. And dating isn't a relationship. Dating is getting to know people and deciding if you want to have a relationship. So Spirit doesn't look like he's saying, hey, you need to jump at the first person that comes along. Take your time, get to know yourself, get to know them, but there's an opportunity here. But it's divine timing. It's divine timing. So get to know yourself. Be willing to let other people get to know you and see where it takes you. Okay? So, all right. These cards here are messages from Spirit. They seem to be mostly what Spirit wants to tell you about yourself, but sometimes they come out as what your future person wants to say. That was a lot. Let's see what we have here. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So if you have been thinking about starting to date, or you've been thinking, I need to deal with this anxiety I have about abandonment, or I need to feel whatever it is, right? You already know. Use your intuition. So deep in your heart, you already know. Do what's right. We have freedom. There's nothing to stop you. The path is clear if you want. If you want to start dating again, you can. If you're ready to put yourself out there, it looks like you can do that. If you feel like you need to walk away from a relationship that isn't compatible, that it's not really working for you, but you've been staying there for a long time because it's easier than breaking up, but it's nothing that's really foundationally strong and will last a long time. If you want to get to this, and you're in a relationship that is just, you're together because it's, I don't know, convenient, then maybe it's time to open up the relationship, turn your partner free so they can go find somebody. Maybe you're like, it's too much work to break up because I got all this stuff going on at work. I don't know. It could be one or the other here. I'm feeling both energies. So, we have transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things, and sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it's truly sacred. If you are in a relationship that you want to keep, then you need to spend time together. You need to have some open and honest communication. You need to start giving and receiving, and don't be putting your partner off while you're busy working. Make time. But I also feel like that there are several, I feel like the vast majority of you have just not been involved with anyone for a while and you kind of like it that way. But I think that could change if you wanted to. It could change if you wanted to, because there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So if what you want is to start exploring options and opportunities, then I think it's out there. I think what you need to clean up is how you feel about it. So actually it looks pretty good. I feel like the choice is yours. The choice is yours. The opportunity is there, but the choice is yours. Free will. It's a lovely thing. All right, Capricorn, you take care. We'll talk soon. Have a great week.